Hey everybody, it's Merkel, and today I am on the PTR once again. I'm really excited because with each update it feels like they're adding more and more mounts, and they're not even done. Um, I don't know, this is a ton of mounts. There are currently 23 mounts being added to patch 7.3, and still lots of time to go. I mean, it just keeps rising. I don't know how much they got planned for it, but that's a crazy amount for a patch. I don't know. Maybe it's not, but it feels like a lot. 23 is a lot. I don't know. Anyways, let's just get into them. A little bit of speculation here. They've updated some of them, but a lot of them are still unknown, I guess is the way to put it. But we'll see. Anyways, the first four here, I think maybe this is going to be another faction or something because they're all so similar. Let's just look at him. So, Acid Belcher, he's number 1. Twice as acid filled as the usual fiend, and it says Argus. But they use Argus as just a way to refer that that's where it's going to come from, is somewhere related to Argus, obviously. It could be a faction later, I imagine. A lot of things, but it just says Argus for now. Now, there's another one called Biletooth Gnasher. Same model, just different coloring. Argus. Its bite is definitely a lot worse than the bark-like gurgling sound. And, again, same model. There are 4 of these. There's another one called Crimson Slavermaw. Again, that it says answers to a series of noise that cannot be made by non-demonic creatures, but roughly translate to death slobber. Another model. And then finally Vilefiend. So I think this one was already in here. It was like the first model, and then they've added more since then, but I believe this was the first one a couple weeks back. It says, infused with acidic blood through a terrifying ritual, you can feel control over this beast is tenuous at best. I remember this one from the first video. So they've added multiple since then. Leads me to believe, since they're so similar, they'd be from a faction, but I'm not so sure about that. Maybe they're going to be drops, or maybe they're going to be in some way obtained from the raid, but I don't know about that as well, because a lot of times, typically, there's, at most, a mythic mount and then a singular mount drop in a raid. They're not stacking them up, and we already have a singular mount drop and a mythic mount tied to Argus, so we'll get to them in a bit. But Rune Striders, there is a bunch of those. They're related to a new faction, Argusian. Such a weird name, Argusian Reach. I don't know, and weird name there, but they're currently 10,000 each. This is huge throwback to Outlands. Back in Outlands, we had Talbucks, essentially the exact same thing. They look just like Talbucks. You get exalted with that new faction. Bada bing, bada boom, you're going to pick up 6 mounts. So, collectors aware, 10k each. Makes sense. Good money sink, fast. Because if they were like the old price, which I think is like, 2k each, maybe? I can't remember how much it cost back. But nah, that would have been way too much. It was probably a lot less, maybe like 200 each. Can't remember what he paid for those Talbucks, but I remember they're from Nagrin. 10k each though, but it is a placeholder, could change, probably won't. 10k's fair price, I'd say, with inflation and stuff nowadays. There is also one, I think this one might be a Paragon reward, doesn't say yet, but I feel like it. It's Madden Chaos Runner, same model. It says the Army of Light could only save so many of Argus's native CCs, countless numbers were lost to chaos. Could be something else, because there is another mount I'll get to. It shares the same flavor text, so that flavor text is similar, and it is also a fell monster as well. But could be maybe a Paragon reputation reward for Argusian Reach, maybe not. We'll just see, I suppose. That is if they add even a daily chest to it, so I don't know yet. But there's that. Next mounts are the Mana Rays. This is where the Fel 1 comes into play as well, you'll see. So, Mana Ray. You've got the 4 here. Likely going to be a faction reputation mount. Kind of like the Mana Rays from Outlands again. It's all a big throwback to Outlands. That's why this whole expansion has been how it is. It's Burning Crusade 2.0. They're trying to get that feel back, you know. They've all got that. Faction hasn't been decided yet. I imagine we'll see in the future. But then there's the Felglow Mana Ray. And again, it has the same flavor text. The Army of Light could save only so many of Argus' native species. Countless numbers were lost to chaos. So again, whatever this new faction that will provide the Mana Rays, maybe they'll have a Paragon chest too. And the Felglow Mana Ray will come from the Paragon chest. Or maybe not. We'll see in the future. But 5 mounts there. It's just crazy. There's a new Light Forged Elec. We can't quite see it yet. But it is going to something. It says Gleaming Footlocker. Not sure what the Gleaming Footlocker is yet. I'm going to imagine this is maybe a questline reward. Because it says, after Ilaria and Terralion explained the usefulness of the Draenei's longtime companion animal, the Army of Light brought several into the fold for training. Sounds to me like a quest reward. Gleaming Footlocker is probably just something you loot or something. And inside is the mount. So, again, that's another one's coming. He looks just like you'd imagine. He's kind of like a Draenei Paladin mount. In the color scheme and everything. So there's that. And then Lightforged Warframe does have a set location now. It says Army of Light Exalted. And so we can get our, I guess, you know, Sky Golem looking mount, holy version, for 500k is the placeholder amount. You're going to say it sounds like a lot, but think back. We have a 2 million gold mount, so 500k isn't all that surprising. Again, a good way to gold sink because this is a cool mount. Not to say the spider one isn't, but I like the way this one looks a lot better. I don't know, I really like this mount, I gotta say. And 500k, definitely gonna probably pick it up. But Army of Light Exalted, it's one of the new factions. They got little quests and stuff are already for it in Argus. There might even be, I think there's a daily for it. Is it that? Argusian Reach. No, it's not, but there you go. That makes me think even more the Mad and Chaos Runner is going to be a Paragon chest because, you know, they've already got dailies for it. So Argusian Reach does have dailies. How can I don't actually know how I look it as Argus from the world map, so sorry I can't look in it. Not positive on that one. Oh, what other mounts have we got coming? Lucid Dream. That's the one that is probably going to be a puzzler mount again, kind of like the Riddler's Mindworm. Went over this in the last video. It says Puzzler's Desire, which makes it sound perfectly like it's going to be a riddle mount of some sort. A lot of fun coming with that one. Can't wait to see how it unfolds. Then there's Pawn Nettle, and this one is the jellyfish mount, but it's got a different color scheme. It says Profession Fishing. Says this miraculous aquatic species can survive in the harshest environments, perhaps even the void of space. Interesting that it says fishing. Makes me wonder if it's going to be like the sea turtle or maybe all of the new factions. It's going to be maybe a reward for doing all the new factions, or it could be just a rare drop like the sea turtle, and that would be cool too. It'd encourage fishing on Argus a whole lot. I imagine that's where it would come from, but definitely a really, really neat mount. You know, I love the jellyfish mount. I hope this one can be used outside of fishing. I highly doubt it. Oh, it can only be used underwater. Yeah, never mind. Sad boys. Thought maybe it could be used somewhere else. Shackled Urzel. It does now have a set location. It's the mythic mount. Like I said, this one's such a unique mount that it probably would be a mythic drop. They did change the color scheme of it from the last time, and it is from Argus the Unmaker mythic. So it'll be 100% mount as long as you kill him on mythic before the end of Legion. I'm probably gonna try my best to get that done because this is a really cool mount and I do want this one. I do like the new color scheme of it. Looks pretty nice. The last one, I think it is. Yeah, this is the last one. So Violet Spellwing. This is Quest Blood of the Titan, and you turn it into Khadgar. This is speculated that it's probably going to be like the Grove Defiler, the mount that you picked up in WoD when you killed Archimonde. As long as you go and turn it in, you got the Grove Defiler. So this will probably be a heroic reward. You'll drop an item off of Argos Theon Maker, and then you're awarded this mount. People will be selling this probably pretty regularly. Expect to spend anywhere from 60 to 80k for this when it first comes out, and then you're going to be spending maybe 30 to 40k by the end of the expansion, whatever it ends up being, right? But not that much if you just make sure you get it, because it'll likely vanish with the end of Legion, so you want to pick it up before it's gone. Anyways, that's all of our current new mounts. A lot of them, 23. I don't know, just to me that's a lot of mounts, definitely, but maybe not. But it's a crazy amount to me for a patch. I don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Can't wait to find out more speculation on all these new and crazy mounts. Especially excited, I keep saying it, about the Puzzler Desire. I really want to know how that one's obtained. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.